The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. And the punt team able to smack into the ground. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Hagan. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
It's third and goal and third and long. He wants to change this route. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Creates a little space. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in down the sideline. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Cougars are flying down the field. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play. Take a break to check him out. Just 3 points on 3 previous red zone trips. The idea is to punch it in this time. They'll try to run it in. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Grab near the marker. It's Royer. it corralled, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
The Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quickly complete. Runs through the tackle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver.
Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pull and throw off the RPO. He's loose. Turning it on. The 20. Then some. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, BYU.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early. Got a short field. Take advantage of it, too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Handoff from the gun. He breaks the tackle. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter.
BYU 17, Cincinnati 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude. They didn't.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Catches it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. The sure hands, it's Hagan. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Now, in that ethereal realm of BYU quarterbacks like Ty Detmer and Steve Young, Jake Retzloff has a chance to claim a spot in there, David. 11-2 a season ago, just missed a playoff. If they can get to the CFP, what does it mean for a program like this?
It would be huge. I mean, BYU is a good program, but nobody looks at them as an elite program. So they could perform at that level. And listen, it's going to be Retzloff. He's that guy. Like, he's scrambling, throwing, making plays. Kind of had a knack for big plays last year. So if he builds on that, watch out.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the right. Snags it. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Slings it downfield. Connection to the right. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. BYU with the 1st and 10.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Off the RPO, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He caught it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Field shrinks, tight end throws. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Sorsby. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He makes the catch. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. The inside handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab on the right. Open spaces. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bearcats. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Back to pass, it's Retzlaff. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Snags it up at 30 and still running. Finds a seam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, BYU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 100 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Scanning the field, it's Retzlaff. Caught near the sticks, it's Erickson. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got to do.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
3rd and goal for the offense. The give.
No, you got to be aggressive here because if you score a touchdown, the nail is in the coffin. And this might be ball game. And even if you don't get it, they're not going to have to drive the entire field.
I'm in the lead. Everything's going right.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Sorsby. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week, too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easier.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
21 on the play. That's a 1st down for the offense.
And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Looking for more room. Hits him with a stiff arm. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3 with the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now. Interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking of...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Quickly complete. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. That's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Quick completion on the out. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. On the run deep down the right side. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute baller.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's okay. The offense coordinator is not upset because, listen, quarterback decision-making, find your guys, find your matchups. He's made big plays already. He's already put up a game's worth of stats. Continue to find that guy. You'll have some misses, but he is your guy.
Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside. Even though we're winning and you failed, now this defense better step up and respond.
Motion from the wideout. A run for the quarterback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer if you're the defensive coordinator. You've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
And now he's in the 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
He's got it on the move. And he'll run into the end
speak to defenses before they play this guy. They all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Sorsby. Here comes the heat. Grab near the marker, it's Pryor. It's a seam wide open. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. That's caught. It's Walker. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Made a defender miss. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Finds his man. It's Roberts. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
Man, let it rip out. Closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cougar.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Toss sweep to the right. Fights off the defender. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sorsby. That pass is incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Lots of running room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They got it 1st down at the 42.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to...
Turning on the Jets. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll ride the hot hand. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field. But how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Here we go! Arrow!
Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
First down for the offense. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, BYU 55, Cincinnati 7.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And the Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
And the Bearcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Pocket breaking down. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, They finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
And it's no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
On the run, it's Walker. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Bearcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To the air, it's Retzlaff. Caught over the middle, it's Ryan. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, a short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Martin. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Sorsby. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae's. Back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They'll give it to the back. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And some room to work. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close game.